For anyone questioning the Caitlin Clark effect, we now have people wanting to watch golf because of her. We saw the kind of offer that Ice Cube made to Caitlin to play in the Big Three. That is $5 million to play 3 months.
After Caitlin Clark made $10 million off the court, Angel Reese is going completely crazy. Yes, $10 million. Take a moment to process that. That must hurt a little because Angel can't even make half of that on the court. Let's face it, there's a lot of envy in the air, so it's very clear she's feeling something. WNBA players want recognition for improving the league over the season. According to Angel Reese, she appeared in the mainstream media with their fictitious pals. What they wanted us to think was that the WNBA was becoming very popular. They minimized the influence of Caitlin Clark, the league's sole star, in order to retain all the glory for themselves. Both of these began at the same place, but one is flying high while the other is not. Let's just assume that Angel is searching for other ways to make money. In an attempt to earn some additional money, she even ventured into daring modeling. However, we are all aware of how that goes. Even money doesn't stick when you lack dignity. Then there is Caitlin, who is establishing her brand with style and doing things the right way, and now she's $10 million richer. The reaction of Angel, so naturally, yes, allow me to guide you through that emotional breakdown. Given the state of women's basketball, I'll take it. Women's basketball is a topic of conversation, but you wouldn't think we would bring it up. Attendees are arriving at games. Due to a single game, arenas were sold out and celebrities attended games. And merely observing it as if I'll accept that position. I will continue to assume the character of the villain. Attention has always been focused on Angel Reese, the player who could equally light up social media and the court. She became well known for her unreserved confidence, particularly following her notorious mocking of Caitlin Clark at the NCAA championship. She received praise, criticism, and mixed reviews. However, one thing could not be denied. Angel Reese has a commanding presence in a room. However, commanding a $10 million salary is not the same as commanding attention. Recently, Reese was reminded in the most cruel manner imaginable. More than 2.6 million people watched Caitlin Clark's most recent WNBA playoff game, but now the viewership is dropping below 1 million. The quiet and reliable powerhouse Caitlin Clark has built an empire off the court by leveraging her supremacy on it. $10 million. Even seasoned pros would be shocked to see that type of money, let alone collegiate players. Furthermore, it must be like salt on an open wound for Reese, who takes great pride in setting trends and breaking new ground, to watch Clark stroll effortlessly into a financial stratosphere that seems unattainable. Indeed, there are more than one reason why we follow women's basketball. I want everyone to understand that it's also my fault. It's not just the money that's frustrating, it has to do with what the money stands for. Angel Reese has put a lot of effort into developing her brand. She has adopted the identity of the Bio Barbie and used her outspoken nature to establish herself in the NIL deals industry. However, Clark has been occupied with generating riches for future generations, while Reese has concentrated on producing viral moments. The story is as old as time itself. Quiet achiever versus flamboyant attention getter. And the silent achiever has taken home the biggest award this time. Reese's breakdown is hardly shocking. Imagine being outplayed, outshadowed, and teased by someone you defeated in a championship game, only to have them turn around and defeat you where it matters most, at the bank. A reality check like that has a distinct effect. Clark has the endorsements, even though Reese may be the center of attention. She has signed contracts with well-known companies like Nike, Gatorade, and Bose, all of which have cemented her status as a marketable icon, in addition to being a basketball great. Now, Angel Reese, the other well-known name on the roster, they must be frightened to death. The evil Angel is not going to have a happy Christmas. The way the two athletes are viewed is where they diverge. Clean-cut, no-nonsense Caitlin Clark is an athlete who lets her performance speak for itself. She is the likable celebrity who appeals to followers of all ages. Conversely, Reese is a firecracker, loud, unrepentant, and divisive. Although her admirers are electrified by her enthusiasm, business sponsors may not necessarily be interested in it. Clark is as safe and profitable as they come, and brands adore safe bets. Angel Reese is without a doubt this new league's biggest star. The only celebrity with unrivaled, in fact. Nobody else in this league can attract a mass audience to this unknown trash. Angel Reese will have a direct impact on this league's success or failure, whether that is fair or not. Does Angel have enough charisma to draw on the general public? Social media is having a field day with the situation, which doesn't help. Both critics and fans are quick to draw attention to the income gap, characterizing it as a conflict between personalities and styles. There is the story of Clark as a modest workhorse on the one hand and the ostentatious showstopper image associated with REESE on the other. Not only are these analogies unjust, moreover, they are reductive. Both athletes have put in countless hours to get to the top, yet fairness is irrelevant to the sports industry. Marketability is important to it, and Caitlin Clark is ahead at the moment. Envious WNBA players will now have the chance to obtain that credit. Players like Angel REESE will now have the opportunity to demonstrate their star potential. However, Angel REESE isn't one to take it easy and ignore this. If anything, this $10 million revelation will only serve to feed her passion for disproving others. REESE is skilled at using controversy to her advantage, so it wouldn't be shocking if she used this annoyance to improve her game or create her next viral sensation. The more significant query, though, is if she can change her brand to draw in the kind of endorsements that Clark has secured. REESE isn't the only one feeling the heat. Supporters are using this to start a larger discussion about what it takes to be successful in the Nile era. Does personality matter, or is skill the only factor? Is Clark just taking advantage of a successful tactic, or is REESE being ignored because she speaks up? Most likely, the truth is somewhere in the middle. Perception and performance are equally important in now negotiations, and Clark is an expert at striking a balance between the two. Finding a way to bridge that divide is now Angel REESE's challenge. Her boldness and charisma have inspired numerous young athletes, making her a cultural figure already. However, it takes a different kind of strategy to turn that influence into financial success. But it might be necessary for REESE to soften her edges, broaden her image, or even reconsider her market positioning. She nevertheless maintains her sincerity despite this. It entails figuring out how to use her brand for her long-term goals. Caitlin Clark, meantime, is remaining focused, which is what she does best. She's not gloating or clapping back out here. She's not obliged to. She's too preoccupied with signing checks to get sucked into the drama, and her success speaks for itself. She appeals to sponsors in part because of her self-awareness and discipline. In addition to being an excellent athlete, she is a shrewd businesswoman who recognizes and capitalizes on her value. And that's the main difference between these two stars. Angel REESE loves attention, going viral, and making commotion. Caitlin Clark thrives on results, dependability, and consistency. Although either strategy has advantages, one is unquestionably more profitable than the other in the realm of NAL agreements. There's more to this story than two basketball players. It tells the narrative of how collegiate athletics are changing. Because of NEL deals, athletes are becoming business people, and marketability is now just as crucial as skill. The rewards are enormous for players who can balance both, like Caitlin Clark. The journey is a little rougher for players like Angel REESE, who are still learning how to deal with this new reality. According to some projections, the league will lose almost $50 million. Will you attempt to raise additional funds at this time? Most likely not. We most likely don't need to raise funds as much as we did when I started evaluating capital raising in 2020. However, we shouldn't write REESE off just yet. She is a competitor, a warrior, and an adaptable person. Her narrative doesn't end here. Only a new chapter has begun. And if Angel REESE is skilled at anything, it's turning adversity into opportunity. It's unclear if she'll be able to finish in time to catch up to Caitlin Clark. However, there is no doubt that these two celebrities' battle is far from done. Ultimately, this goes beyond money, endorsements, or social media influence. It's about two amazing athletes who may not even be aware of it, pushing one another to become better. Despite their rivalry, Angel REESE and Caitlin Clark are both a part of a greater movement that is revolutionizing women's sports. And despite the fact that their methods may differ, their influence cannot be denied. The rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel REESE is being redefined in branding as well as basketball. Fueled by equal parts frustration and determination, REESE is left contemplating her next course of action, while Clark stealthily secures millions. Their divergent experiences shed light on the intricate realm of NIL negotiations, where perception and skill can clash in unexpected ways. Angel REESE may be having a breakdown right now, but it won't be long until she uses her annoyance to create something more significant. Because if we've learned anything about Angel REESE, it's that she takes on challenges head on. If we've learned anything about Caitlin Clark, it's that she's adept at staying one step ahead of the competition. We're all just following along as they collectively redefine what it means to be a collegiate basketball star.